laugh at
Yeah, for
everything
sure.
he says, then he thinks you're cool as shit.
I know, I'm cool.
And he'll get
I
all your
was
back.
asking.
Yeah, he was a real asshole the first week, like,
Who
I
was
wanted
this?
to leave. The CI at Ocoee.
Oh, jeez.
He was
Wrong
really
answer.
I'm
Wrong
used,
answer.
Well, I don't think so, but I'm used to
Yeah,
hearing
yeah,
it.
yeah. Alright, so here we go. What I'm going to do then is try and get you in a true lateral. You might need to, lift yourself up a little more. There you go. Because what I need is for this.
No, but I feel like she
I
came
need your
from
chin
a
is
couple days,
tilted.
like, from
Oh,
another
thank
site.
you. That way. So what I need you
Because
to
the name
do.
sounds familiar.
Okay.
Up more?
Explain it to do this.
Up more?
No,
Down more?
actually, no.
Your chin is down this way. I need your
That's
chin to go
Oh,
up
okay,
that
so-
way. More. Okay, just like that.
And
now
Dawn
rotate
comes on
down.
like 1 day a week or something.
There you go. Perfect.
Comes from Kaylee.
Now you're in a true lateral. Okay, so here we go again. Where here's the mid-sagittal plane. Here is her IPL. Oh, you're starting to tilt on me again. Yeah. Rotate down like that. Perfect. Hold it like
Oh,
that.
wait, she's the supervisor.
So there's her IPL. Very nice. Okay, hold it, hold it.
Has a really French Jamaican accent?
Alright.
Okay.
Now, hit that light for me, please. Now, what I'm going to do is you can see I've got this light field right on her forehead there. What I really want to make sure is that I've got this here. That's going to be the superior portion of her nasal bones, right? So if I collimate off that stuff, it means I'm collimating off the superior portion of her nasal bones. But you can see I really only need a light field about as big as what you're going to need for a finger. And you can still easily get your marker in there.
Okay.
So, not a problem. And if you wanted to, I mean, it's a little trickier, but it's technically not terrible. If you just get it in a little bit of the nose, it wouldn't necessarily be bad. But I think that's a little risky, so I would put it up there. So, all right. So we definitely got the nasal bones in there real easy. And if you were doing bilaterals, you just divide your cassette in half. Do one view on this half of the cassette, then you turn her around and do the facing the other direction, and do the other one on the other cassette. And that's why it's called bilaterals. You're doing both on one cassette. All right, you can relax.
Is that something that we might pull?
Oh yeah, sure.
Bilaterals?
No, you're not
Oh.
gonna have to do both. But if you look at your light field, look at that. I can
Oh
easily
my gosh,
fit.
it's so teeny.
Yeah. I mean,
It's like not
it's
even
for like a
palm.
finger or something.
Yeah.
You know.
It
So,
doesn't
but
have to be centered on the IR.
huh? What do you mean?
Like you don't want this like right in something like that.
No, because you can't do two. You have to do 2-on-1 if you're doing a CR cassette. So you want to divide your cassette in half. Hit the light.
Oh, so it's
I
landscape.
knew that was something else.
Yeah. And see,
Landscape.
if I'm here where I was, see, I've divided my cassette in half, and I'm kind of in the center of that half. And then I could pull it over here, and then, yeah, you can do the other side like that, on the other side. So, yeah, if you're doing DR, though, you can only do 1-on-1. So DR, you obviously have to be dead center of your image receptor. So,
You know, I had DR on my site. You can do it tabletop.
really? Nice.
It has CR and DR
So much,
combined.
man,
Yeah.
so much has changed. Stuff like that didn't even exist. Back
It
then.
was like
Cassette
I
out.
Yeah, that's super cool. You can
Where
take the
was
cassette
that?
out.
Yeah.
Wow, because this one we have an actual cassette in here. This is a Wi-Fi DR cassette, but it's locked in there. It's not
Yeah.
supposed to be removed.
Ours, you can take it out.
You take it out and change the battery out.
Oh, that's
Where
so
was
awesome.
that?
It was good. I like that.
Yeah, that's super cool.
It was
Check it
on
out.
the
Yeah, I would take it out then and set it up here.
Yeah.
Now you can still only do 1-on-1 though. You can't do 2-on-1 images because it'll automatically send it, right?
Yeah.
So you'd still
You
have to
had
use
to
the
do it.
center.
Yeah.
Yeah, in that case you'd have to center to the middle of your
Mhm.
cassette because it's not going to make any sense to try
That's
and
how they're-
divide it in half. It's not going to work. So.
Now, when you flipped them over to do the other side, would you put like lead masking over the one you already took?
Yeah,
to
you're
keep it
supposed
from
to. So
double
you're
exposing?
supposed to do this number, put it
Okay.
on over there. But I noticed that for small structures like nasal bones and
It's not a whole lot of
small
scatter
fingers
anyway.
and stuff, it didn't matter. It didn't matter. I wouldn't bother. Lead mask, I just put 3-on-1, no problem. Run it. You'll never know the difference.
Central care has.
Yeah. So.
Central people do stuff.
All right. What do we got to do? Oh, I got to do the Reese orbit. Oh, no, wait, when I have this here, let's do the axial nasal. Okay, so I'm gonna get you to slide down just a little bit. Alright, there you go. No, you're not gonna need that there. You're gonna go ahead and lay flat. What I'm thinking is we'll do it this way, like this. Okay, this is the,
Chin.
yeah, chin goes there. Okay, you don't have to go that far.
Okay.
You're like killing yourself. Just put your chin right there,
This is
maybe.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, okay, now tilt your chin.
Oh, so it's flat?
No. Other way. Tilt your chin up this way. Now put your, okay, you may have to slide back some.
Okay.
So there you go.
Oh, okay, I thought it was.
There we
center.
go, yeah. You don't, try not to kill yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna.
Pardon me just for a second here. And I'm gonna lift up your chin just slightly. I'm gonna center you in the middle of the cassette. And then extend your chin just a little bit more. Can you get it in there maybe? There you go. And then tilt your head back just a little bit. There you go. Now, what I'm really looking for, what I really want to get is eventually, now, of course, once we get it all kind of situated, this GAL needs to be perpendicular to my IR. And when that's perpendicular, what you're going to see is her nose, the shadow of it will be nicely in profile here. And if you have her too far forward, the forehead will get in the way. And if her chin is tilted too far back, which is hard to do because it kind of jams the cassette in the patient's neck. But some people can do it. If that happens, the chin will be in the way. So that'll be superimposed. So, all right, first thing to do, hand me that angulator right behind you. Let's look and see what the angle of this is. All right, where's my cassette? So even though we're using a 40 cassette, we're really only at 30 degrees now. And it's because, it's not right at a 45, and she's pushing down on it. So now we're at basically 30 degrees. So we'll go 30 degrees. And up here. Doesn't really matter. I can either do this or that. Hey, and look, see the nose right there, looking nice. So let's see, I'm gonna open that up just a little. Down just a little this way. Alright, there's no tape on this thing, it's gonna slide right off, but you get the idea, that's where I put my marker.
Okay.
So,
Nice.
Now, how do you know you're not clipping the top? Like it's not,
well, I have
Like
white on her
IR.
forehead, look at that.
but now is the IR not gonna miss it? Because it's so low down here?
No, I'm definitely within the IR, you'll see when she moves, it'll be all on the
Okay.
IR.
So the most
So-
important part is just center this crosshair? And
Yeah,
slide
yeah,
under?
yeah, and make sure you get some light field here, so you're not clipping that superior portion.
Okay.
And just so you guys can see, I'll show you what it looks like if things are mispositioned. I want you to bring your forehead down. Look at that. That's what happens. Pull back just a little bit. So if you had it like that, where it was a little misaligned, you can see her forehead is mostly blocking her nose. So you're only seeing a small portion of it. Where if you pull back a little bit again, there you go. Well, that's too much. You moved out of position, but you get the idea. That once you get lined up, then you can actually see it in profile. Okay, so that's the deal. So just be careful. You can kind of check that. And again, getting the GAL perfectly perpendicular is what's going to show you that profile of the nose really nicely. Okay, you relax for a second. All right. Somebody hit the lights for me. All right, we're gonna bring this down. We're 40 inches here. Gonna move all this stuff around. Don't need that. Just set it back there, I guess. Thank you. Don't need that either. Stuff here.
Now
All right.
position is
So the
to-
last one, what I'm gonna do, this is gonna be a little weird, but what I'm gonna do is get you off of the table just for a second. All right. And what I want to do is I'm going to slide this down, because what I'm going to do is I want your eye, you can keep your body on this part, but I just want your eye on the table.
Okay.
Okay? So,
Eye here, eye there.
yeah, there you go. So, all right.
Not the nose, just the eye.
It's going to be basically your nose, your cheek, and your eye on the table. All right, that's close enough. You can relax for a second. I'm just going to get everything lined up from there.
The last position was to be what?
What's that?
So the last position was
Nasal.
the nasal bones, okay.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna have to move everything. I have to slide you down. No,
Oh.
it's okay. I'm gonna move this.
Oh, okay.
Let's get it center here, table down. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is again, put your eye right there. Alright, sorry.
Oh.
Okay,
I want to see this.
eyeball.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, your
Okay,
actual
you-
eyeball.
My actual eyeball.
Yeah. So
Where are
we're
you
gonna
gonna put
start
the
like
marker?
that. It's not very much a comfortable
No,
position.
kinda sucks a little
So
bit,
yeah, it kinda sucks.
'cause
So
the
I'm gonna
cheekbone
go ahead and
is-
open this up
Yeah.
so we can see.
And
We
beep.
got at
And
least
this you would do
two-
in the Bucky, not on the cassette?
What?
Will you do a cassette or Bucky?
No, it's gonna be in the Bucky because we have to go all the way through your skull. Now I need that angulator over there. Psycho. Alright.
So
Yeah.
the
Hit the
nose
light
is the
for
only
me.
ones that we do tabletop, right?
Yeah, just those two nasal ones. Alright. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find this imaginary line that's across the top of her head. So it's pretty much from ear to ear across the top of her head. I can already tell this is gonna be too much. So what I want you to do is bring your head up just a little bit. There you go. Kinda like that. So now that I've got that line, now I wanna see, it's not really at 37 degrees. Actually, it's pretty close. I'm gonna bring you down just a teeny bit. Just like that. Man, it looks pretty good. Alright, hold it just like
Just
that.
look at
Don't move. So what I have is her eye here, right? So what I'm gonna do is center to her orbit, right? The one that's the downside orbit. The way to do that is find like the middle of her eyebrow here. So I wanna look. The straight edge is gonna help me there. Find the middle of her eyebrow, because that's basically gonna be the middle of her eye. Provided that, you know, it's not painted real funny. There you go. Center to the orbit that way. And then I'm going to center to the orbit the other way. Alright. That's pretty close to being there, just like that. Alright. And then make a box. Just like this.
And where does the marker go?
That.
Pretend this is the left one.
Yeah, this was the left one. I
No,
could show-
pretend this is left.
Oh, pretend that's left. Okay. Right, I would put it right there like that. I know. You love that,
Get in
don't
there.
you? Uh-huh.
Wait, turn up the light.
It's in there.
Okay. How do you know how to go up and down? Like, what do you use?
What do you mean?
You just eyeball it?
Like,
Like
up and down this way.
Oh, collimating?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, where I'm centered? Okay.
No, I know where you're centered, but like, how do you
Talking
know
about
how to collimate? Yeah.
when you know
Oh, you
how
just
much
want to be around the
collimation-
orbit. I mean, if you look at it,
So it doesn't matter.
I've got this much light. There is nobody's orbit that is bigger than that.
Okay.
Not possible. So.
You're gonna see me doing this if I have a call.
Yeah, exactly. That's okay. So there you go. So that's your Reese orbit. That's the left, although the right marker is
Yeah.
all we had to use. So it's the wrong marker, but you get the idea.
You don't have
Cool.
to check for total rotation?
Well, we did because we
Okay.
rotated her